Alright, I'm live. Day 102. Let's see who comes in first this morning. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much. Just getting to the trail. Got a couple people here this morning in the parking lot. Roselle, good morning. Good morning, guys.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, all right. Nice and warm.
Yeah. Don't need the hoodie.
No.
Anyway.
Roselle, how are you this morning? You doing well? It's a nice warm day here this morning. You're reaching 70 subs. All right, man. Climbing. You are climbing. I'm trying to go in and like your videos as they pop up in my feeds. Rainy is here. Good morning. How are you this morning, Rainy? The weather here matches your name. It's a little rainy. Got storms on their way. I'll definitely be done with the walk before the storms come. But it is warm. It's like 67 degrees. So definitely warm. Got a lightweight hoodie on this morning. Just a t-shirt wasn't enough, but we are on our way, day 102. You uploaded a new short? All right, I'll make sure I check it out. Captain Knuckles. How are you doing this morning? Joshua is here. Good morning, Joshua. Good to see you this morning. Out on day 102. Almost Christmas. Yeah, it's getting closer all the time. Oh, I don't know. I got a little bit of work done to it yesterday. Not much. Hopefully I'll get it finished up today and have it ready. Come out tomorrow morning. Joker, hello, how are you? Good morning to you. My name's Dave. I think we get new viewers in here. Yeah, I got like 11 people in here according to the screen right now. Don't know how accurate that is, but my name's Dave, Old Guy Hustle. I come out and live stream every day. Take a 2-mile walk. At one Putty Cat, how are you this morning? Yeah, I come out and walk 2 miles every day. Live stream from my walk. It's part of my Get Busy Living motto. The motto of my channel. Start the day out right. Get some exercise. Chat with a bunch of good people. And yeah, just start the day out right. If you are new here, and you want to find out more about my channel, the best place to start that is the playlist Get Busy Living. Like I said, that's the motto of my channel. It's from the it's a quote from the movie Shawshank Redemption. And you got a choice. We can either get busy living or get busy dying, and I choose to get busy living. So, good morning. And part of that is coming out here every morning and live streaming. Nobody's chatting. I don't know. We'll get a few more people in here. We'll get a chat going, that's for sure. It's a good opportunity for me to kind of reset and talk more about my channel, my motto, what I'm hoping to achieve with this channel. Amar, hello, how are you? I've had a few people that have commented on my video, had a few people that have made videos and mentioned my name. So, Dookie, no, I'm in Georgia, one state south. How old am I? I'm 65 years old. Yeah, my hope is that somewhere along the line I can maybe inspire. I don't know if I'm an inspiration to anybody, but you know, give them a little bit of a feeling that they can do things, get things done. Good morning. OTK, you're in Turkey? Okay. Well, welcome. I am in Georgia in the U.S. I'm not jogging, I'm just walking. At a decent pace, though. I walk 2 miles. This is a trail that I walk pretty much every day on all my walks. I've gone a few different places the other day. I went to a waterfalls here an hour north of where I live. And nope, I'm in Warner Robins, Georgia. Just south of Macon. But yeah, this trail, it's a walking trail. It's right behind my house, so it's real convenient for me. I just walk out of my front door, walk around the block, and I'm on the trail. So I don't have to drive anywhere to get here. So it makes it convenient. And it's basically it goes from one park to another park. And it's 1 mile long. I walk to one end, turn around, and walk back. So, you speak English bad? Yeah, it is nice here. We get to see deer on a fairly regular basis. We get deer that come out onto the trail. Haven't been able to pet any of them yet. Haven't been able to get that close to them. I've gotten pretty close to them before they run off. But we do get to see some deer out here on occasion. And it's not real overcrowded. Not a lot of people come out. Some days it's more crowded than others. I'm kind of surprised there's not more people here today. I guess the potential of rain is scaring them away, but it's like 67 degrees today, so 78 degrees for Turkey Day. Yeah, that's my kind of weather. I don't like the cold. Then get snow on Christmas Day. Then after that, it needs to start warming back up into the 60s. You like the two-legged deer? Yeah, I know what you mean, Guppy. Welcome in, buddy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you, Guppy. I am out on day 102. Kind of quiet out here on the walking trail this morning, and in the chat as well. But that's all right. I got someone right in front of me. She's on the phone talking to somebody, but
people like her here.
good morning.
People are like looking for like
I scared her the other day. I came up beside her, and I didn't know she had earbuds in, and yeah, scared her a little bit. OTK, I cannot read any of that. Rain is coming. Yeah, it's supposed to start raining here around 9 o'clock. According to the radar. Supposed to get some thunderstorms around 9 o'clock this morning. Guess it's a good day to get something done in the house. I kept meaning to get out and chop up a bunch of leaves in my side yard. Turkish, okay. I don't read Turkish, that's for sure. Yeah, I kept wanting to get out and chop up some leaves with the lawnmower yesterday, but just never could get myself to go grab my lawnmower and do that. So they're gonna get good and wet today, so I'll have another excuse not to do them. There's a couple spots in my yard that have an abundance of leaves that need to be chopped up and put in the compost heap. You might go to jail for a while. Well, that's not good, Alpha. Don't do things that get you put in jail. Don't do it, it's overrated. I've been arrested a couple times and put in jail. Yeah, it's not, I mean, nothing. One was a unpaid ticket. Got pulled over for speeding, and I had an unpaid ticket for something else. So yeah, they put me in jail for a day. They asked me, they transferred me to the jail where the ticket was unpaid, and then they asked me, they said, "Oh, we're getting ready to get lunch. What do you want, a steak sandwich or a sub?" And I said, "Oh shoot, I'll have a sub." It brought me a hot dog bun with 2 pieces of ham and a slice of cheese on it, and no sauces, and said, "There you go, there's your sub." Term is up to 3 months. And dude, that's not good at all. I value my freedom. That's what all this has been teaching you recently. Yeah, it is important. Freedom is definitely important. One nice thing about being alone. I got all the freedom in the world. I can do what I want, go where I want. It's just sometimes I don't want. Alexis, hello, how are you? I got a poofy mustache today. I didn't do any waxing on my mustache today. It's real poofy on that side. Oh well. Such is life. C'est la vie. It's the only French I know. It's warm today. It'll probably be 70 degrees before I get home. Joshua, it is so enjoyable watching you on your walk every day. It's actually got me in the motivation where as soon as springtime comes, you and your wife are going to start walking. All right. Mainly, good morning. Who else we got here? Jimmy said hi, hello, or Jimmix. Hello to you. Alexis, hello to you. How are you doing this morning, Mainly? We are out on day 102. On our way to day 200. Someone brought up, I don't know if you noticed my thumbnail from my video or the live stream, but it's me. It's AI generated. Me skydiving. Someone brought up that I should go skydiving on day 200. So I don't know. I'm considering it. This is my favorite car. I don't know. I mean, I like my Jeeps. I have a Jeep Commander. I do like Jeeps, though.
Not because I can't partake physically. My spirit.
Not too bad. It's raining. Gonna try and go live and milling some lumber at some point. All right, cool. Thank you, Rainy. I need some shameless plugs in there. I like classic cars, sure. I owned, in my teen years, I owned several Pontiac GTOs. So the first one was a 64. I had a couple of 67s and a 69 GTO. The doctor wants to know how you're doing, Rainey. Doc Josh. Oh man, I didn't even look at the time. I'm at 18 and a half minutes right now. I didn't look at my 1 mile time. I think I'm doing all right on time. Try to do this in under 35 minutes, or right around 35 minutes. Yesterday I was a little slow. I think it was on 38 minutes yesterday, 37, 38 minutes, somewhere around there. A little slow doing it, but hey, that's still not bad for an old guy. Maybe I missed those the rushing water next to me, hearing that to walk. I did go back after my live stream. Went and got some breakfast and charged my phone up for a while, and I went back and shot some video and took a whole bunch of pictures of the waterfalls and kind of pieced together the video yesterday. I gotta do the voiceover for it still. You guys have a good day.
All right, you too, sir.
Laura is here. Good morning, Laura. Good to see you this morning. Truth is that I actually do some doctor stuff on my horses, shots and stitches and stuff. Yeah. Hey, you kind of have to. Yeah, you can't call a vet out there every single time. I'm sure that would get expensive. Lisa can only listen this morning. Just want to show up. Lisa, thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. That's just stopping in and dropping a comment. And I appreciate that every single day. But yeah, in the video, there's a point where I about bit the farm. Toward the very end of the video. And then the last part of it, I'm just kind of wandering the woods. After I almost bit the farm, I walked back up I wasn't on a trail, and I tried to go down a hill. It was a lot steeper than I thought. But after that, I decided I'm going to walk the trail, the actual marked trail, and ended up taking a wrong turn. Thank goodness that the looped trail just goes in a big loop, and I ended up back where I needed to go anyway. But we do need a doc, yeah, for my knee. And when you see that video, you're going to think I was going to need a doctor. Yeah, I would have had to bring Care Flight into the waterfalls to carry me out of there. Fortunately, majority of the impact, I did not fall. I did not crash, but the majority of the impact was on my good leg. And if it would have been my bad leg, and with the bad knee, bad hip, yeah, I probably would have been laying there for a while. You're on standby. All right, Josh. Yeah, $350 just for them to show up. Yeah, I'm sure it ain't cheap. No deer yet this morning, even though it is pretty quiet out here. I did see right before I left the house, I went back in to make sure I had my cup of coffee ready to go when I get back from my walk. And I looked out my back window and there were 2 deer in the backyard. I almost grabbed the phone right then and just started live streaming, but they ran off before I could even grab my phone, they ran off into the woods. So I have not found Sasquatch, no. He is alive and well on a channel that I subscribe to. Down the road, DTR, I think. Sasquatch, a real life Sasquatch, not AI generated Sasquatch. You guys have a good one. Mile 203 down, yep. Another one bites the dust. And another one, and another one. Another one bites the dust. No sunshine on my shoulder this morning, though. Can't sing that song. Alright, I think all the walkers that are coming this way have passed, unless there's some new ones that have hit the trail. So we may see a deer here before the end of the wooded area. Maybe. Making coffee. Dude, that is a valid excuse. Coffee making is allowed on morning streams. Beer drinking or getting another beer is allowed on evening streams. You guys have a good one. They act like they're so tired of seeing me. Killing it, Laura. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to do this. You don't know what it would do to me if I missed a day of walking. There's no way I could put my face back on YouTube, I don't think, after this. And I've said I'm going to get to 365, so I got a ways to go. Good morning.
How you doing?
Beer. He says in a Homer Simpson voice. I need to find a good beer. I'm not much of a beer drinker. I don't like the bitterness of beer. My son got me a draft Miller the other day, Miller High Life. Ugh. I gave it to him and just ordered my own. Lester is here. Good morning, Lester. Good to see you this morning. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye. Yep, no deer today. We still might see some when I get back home. I've been seeing a bunch in my yard lately. Off and on, they'll just run through the yard. So, actually, I saw 3 bucks yesterday going back and forth between. They're kind of acting like the crack deer a week or so ago that I had. And they were going back and forth between my yard and the guy across the street. Looking for them doe. How am I doing on time? 27 minutes. I'll do all right. They've been following me home. Maybe I quit bringing apples out and it's like they want to come and see where those apples are coming from. Where's that old guy live? He brings us apples. But we disappear whenever he brings apples. Tried to come in on your other account. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate the hyping up. I noticed a big slowdown in my pace there. Say their names, they will come. Ducky, where's Ducky and Bren? Deneen, Mel and I. Plywood's not here. Let's see, Mike's making stuff. He usually pops in, tells me get at it. Good morning. Went shopping yesterday. All right, Lester. What'd you get? Let me guess. Did you pick up any marshmallows? And what'd you do with your trash when you got home? Throw it on the ground? Damn, it looks like the sun's starting to pop up behind me. Nah, not really. It's a pretty gray, cloudy day today. It's just getting brighter, that's all. Tell you what, when I get home, hopefully Jenna will be here. As this is coming off as soon as I get home. It is a mistake to wear 2 layers today. Way too warm for that. Bought a whole chicken for lunch. All right. That sounds pretty good. Lunch and dinner. And Kim is back. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. I do appreciate you all being here today, chatting it up with me. Definitely appreciate that. We are at 30 minutes into the walk. Be done with the 2 miles here in just a few minutes. I'll definitely be under my 35 unless something happens and I just stop. But I'll be under my 35-minute target. But we're doing good. You're now in Korea. Oh, okay. You're back from school. Okay. Well, cool. Hopefully you got lots and lots of good, pertinent knowledge. It's 3:02 a.m. in Korea. Wow. What are you doing up? You need to go to bed. What do I do after the live? I just sit and chat for a little while. And depending on how the conversation's going, sometimes I'll sit and chat for just a few minutes. Sometimes I'll go for, a couple hours. So, onion and bagels. Oh, cool. Onion cream cheese, strawberry cream cheese for breakfast. That sounds pretty good. I don't eat bagels often enough. If I buy a pack of bagels, probably half of them are going to go to waste. So I just don't take the time to make them. Now he's in Korea. He's the other side of the world. So 3:02 a.m. would make sense. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. It's not 6 a.m. No, it's about 8 a.m. There's Mike. What'd I tell you? You're right. All you do is say their name and they show up. Mike is making stuff. How you doing today? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. We were out on day 102. Same for you, Lester, as far as them not going to waste. Yeah. Jillian, hello. Your name is Georgie. Okay, I will not remember that. Guarantee that. Until you've probably commented a million times. Say your name. I just did. It's a.m. I think it's 7 a.m. That's all right. Jillian, Georgie, like I said, I won't remember that. I've got someone who comes into my chat on a regular basis, and Natalie, and I had her in the completely wrong country twice. And yeah, it's hard to keep up sometimes. 2 p.m. where you're at. Okay, well, we have made it back. Oh wow, 34 minutes. We are done with the 2 miles. 1 mile out, 1 mile back in. It's a year in the UK. All right. Everybody like and subscribe. I think the person that said it was 2 p.m. said they were in the UK, United Kingdom. So we've made another 2 miles on day 102, plugging away at it, going for a full year, 365 days. Oh, and this is the hardest part of the walk every day, is walking back up that hill, back up to the street. I'm in the U.S., and Kim, you know that. It is coffee time. As soon as I get home, I got a cup of coffee waiting on me. I thought I heard some construction equipment yesterday. Miles 203 and 204 crushed. Absolutely, Laura. Thank you very much for that. You know I live for that, right? The days you're not here, Laura, I got to do the math myself. Still got to make some coffee, Lester. All right, well, I mentioned earlier you're allowed to take a break to get coffee, so on a morning live stream, breaks are permitted for coffee. On an evening live stream, breaks are permitted to go get another beer or whatever you may be drinking. I am a rock star. You know, you tell me that, remember it. Better be careful. Georgie. Sometimes I can't remember the names of my own grandchildren, so. But there are quite a few of them. Well, you know what? I made it almost all the way home before my knee started hurting. It's just now starting to hurt. So, we are home. Home sweet home. You can see all my leaves I need to get cleaned up. They'd be sitting in a compost heap, chopped up. The country in the U.S. Well, the USA is a country. Jeep. The country is the U.S. United States of America. I'm in the state of Georgia, and my name is Dave. Good view. Thank you. Yeah, you can see all the leaves. Should have got out and chopped those up yesterday. Maybe I can still do it before it rains or have buffalo wrap at McDonald's. I don't know that I'm gonna be going to McDonald's anytime soon. About the only time I ever stop at McDonald's is if I'm out on the road, and that's the only place to go. I don't want to take the time to sit in a restaurant and eat. That's what you mean? Okay, I'm Kim. I'm in the state of Georgia, United States of America, and my name is Dave. Up to 15 likes. That's better than I expected. I hadn't looked at that. And I'm going to set y'all down for a second here. And this hoodie is coming off. Everybody call Jenna. Get her out here. Whew, man, it's hot. Or warm. I'll go off camera. I untuck my shirt. You don't need to see my big fat belly. There we go. There we are. This is nice. November, and I can wear a short sleeve shirt. Back. I knew a guy way back in the day. Way back in the day. And him and some friends actually broke into a McDonald's overnight and stole all of their McRibs out of their freezer. He had like 400 boxes of McRibs. And he was just handing them out because he didn't know what to do with them. Not to say I took any. I will neither confirm nor deny that I took any. Those McRibs are pretty good though. It was just the patty, so you had to get the buns. I'm like Professor Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes. Okay. I've been called a lot of different things, never been called Professor Moriarty. 28 degrees in Idaho. Oh my goodness. Sure, Dave. Yeah, all you had to do is throw them in the microwave and put them on a bun with some pickles on them. You had a McRib. They had barbecue sauce on them already, so. Not that I know that for sure. So I was told, someone told me that's how you did it, so. Yeah, he was running all around town asking people if they had freezers. You have a freezer? You have a freezer? Day 100's done. Day 101's done. Day 102's done. Chinth, I'm well 100, day 100. On my way. Yeah, Ducky, one of my moderators in here, had suggested she'd made. I said something about how on day 100 when I was at the waterfalls about how am I going to top this, and she suggested I go skydiving on day 200. And I started doing some research because I'm seriously considering it. But day 200 is going to be in February 28th. And even down here, there's no place that does skydiving in February, where it's warmer down here. But I'll be back up in Ohio, and there's definitely no place up there that goes skydiving in February. There might be some rogue place or place that's not doesn't advertise online. But I don't know if I want to go skydiving there anyway, or go skydiving in February in Ohio. February 28th is his birthday. Okay, that'd be a good day to go, wouldn't it? Maybe you should go. But anyway, so I started looking to see when day 250 is, and if Ducky comes in, I'll let her know, because I'm trying to talk her into going with me. When I said, okay, you with me though, she chickened out. But um, day 250 is in April, April 19th. And yeah, that's shortly before my 66th birthday. So it may be, I said day 200, but it may be 250. So I definitely want to go though. Please see. What are you doing? Feeding chickens? Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Bran. I hope she's all right as well. Rainy. Quack, quack, quack. Trying to get Ducky in here. Ducky and Petrie. Ducky chickened out. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's the one that suggested it, and then yeah, when I said, will you go with me?" She like, no, I'm not doing that, but she's considering it. And when I told her yesterday I might have to move it back to day 250, she said, "Well, give me another 50 days to consider it." So, eh, the the one place that I looked up in Ohio, they have a description of what you're going to do, and all you gotta do is get fitted for gear and watch a short video. Is what they say. Watch a short video, and then you can go. And it's tandem jumping. Um, All right, Sachint, I appreciate that. Look forward to seeing it. Anybody wants to email me, send me an email. It's oldguyhustle@gmail.com. Real simple. But yeah, they say that they get up to around 15,000 feet. You jump out, you free fall for 8,000 feet, and then the instructor will open the chute at about 7,000 feet. And then you get to just float down on a parachute the rest of the way to the ground. And she's like, only 15,000 feet. and I said, yeah, I won't even have to walk that day because I'm going to fall almost 3,000 feet. So I won't, or fall almost 3 miles. I won't even have to walk that day. I'll get my 3 miles in. Just falling out of the sky. About the courage of the old guy hustle and the journey from old days to now. Well, I appreciate that, Sachin. Ducky chickened out. Yes, she did. Sachin, would you mind if I shared it with my audience? I don't know that I will. Depends on how good you talk about me. Sorry. But would it be okay for me to publish it on my YouTube page if you did? Okay. That's right. I forgot you do some prospecting, don't you, Guppy? Watching 101 dumbest reasons people got kicked out of stores. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of them. Come down here to Georgia and watch them sometimes. It's amazing. Some of the stuff I was, doing the deliveries, delivering for Walmart and going in the stores sometimes 10 times a day. Yeah, you get to see a lot of stuff. You get to see a lot of stuff. I probably should have started another YouTube channel, like the People of Walmart YouTube channel. Buying them all out, yeah. Buying them all out from Marshmallows. Of course you can. It's all about your features and changes you went through to positive outcome. Nothing about me. All right. Well, I'll definitely take a look at it and see whether or not I'll post it. Maybe you'll see it. And I'll I'll read it out loud and in my sexy, sexy voice. I'll look at something here. Sorry, I just got a notification. I was just looking to see what it was. People who drink alcohol but don't smoke. I don't know. I mean, what about people who smoke don't drink alcohol? I'd say 300 and probably 300 and I don't know. Maybe recently I've been drinking more beer. About 350 days out of the year I smoke, but I don't drink alcohol. So if you do what you got to do, do what you want to do. As long as it don't affect me. As long as you're not infringing on me, you can go do whatever the heck you want. Well, thanks, Chin. Uh, I look at it and see about posting it. Um, I appreciate what you're doing. There she is. Ducky has finally showed up. Of course you're here. You're late. That's one demerit for you. If between Ducky, if between now and day 250 you get 100 demerits, that means you have to go skydiving with me. So 73 was a guy taste testing cat food in Petco. Oh wow. Good morning to you, Ducky. I'm glad you're here. Came in, gave me another like. Fantastic. And I'm always setting alarms. I will be keeping track. I think my next woodworking project will be sitting right behind me here, and I'll basically just make a flat board about the same size as that, and it'll be Ducky demerits, and I'll just keep track of them. You want to drink red wine? I used to drink Hennessy, not anymore, because my mom found the bottle behind the computer. I will buy a bottle of wine every once in a while. And I've found it useful. I love coffee. I like to drink coffee, and sometimes I'll drink coffee clear into like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and or later sometimes, and have a little trouble sleeping when I do that. But it's nice to have if I do that, it's nice to have a glass of wine. Kind of neuters the effect, kind of like the people that do different drugs to neuter the effect. Well, mine are legal drugs, and yeah, well, they're legal. I don't know how safe they are, but they're legal. But anyway, yeah, if I'm drinking coffee late, it's nice to have a glass of wine. Help me sleep at night. Yeah, Christmas, I'll have a glass of wine, maybe even a shot of bourbon or scotch or something like that, depending on where I'm at. Um, my birthday is Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th. And so I almost always drink at least a little bit of tequila and maybe a margarita or four. So I can usually depend on, if I go to a Mexican restaurant on Cinco de Mayo and tell them it's my birthday, I can usually depend on either getting a free shot or a free margarita, one or the other. Most of the time it's a shot. So you've never drank wine before, Ducky? There are some wines I won't drink. I drink sweet wines. I drink Moscato is good. I like it. I like sweet wines. Moscato is good. And oh, what's the sangria? Which sangria is it's like a mixture of different wines and fruit and stuff. Sangria is pretty good too. There are some wines that are, yeah, I take a sip of it, and I mean, you might as well be drinking dishwater. Oh, that's right. You didn't like the beer. I'm not a big beer fan either. I will drink some beer. I've been drinking more over the last year or two. I will get a beer if I go out to eat or something. I'll usually have a beer anymore. But it looked awesome in your hand. I lot of beer to me, and I was talking about this earlier. My son bought me Miller Lite, a draft Miller Lite the other day, and yeah, I took a sip of it, and the bitterness of beer usually is what turns me off on it. So I usually like order. I don't even know, but there's different craft beers, I guess, that they use fruits and stuff like that. So I'll drink those sometimes. I guess it's kind of like wine. I like it. I like it to be kind of sweet. So coffee is good this morning, Josh. Awesome in your hand. It looked good in the hand. She thought she looked like a badass. Look at that. We got sunshine. How about that? I didn't expect to see that today. I don't think it's going to be around very long. So here we go. I didn't get a chance to say it on the trail, so I'll say it now. Sunshine on my shoulder. You know what that does for me? It makes me happy. Yeah, she's not old enough to legally drink, so. Yeah, you did tell me the sun, it looked like the sun was coming out, but it's gone already, so. There's a small hole in the clouds. According to the radar, before I left this morning, before I left the house this morning, it was showing that there would be some thunderstorms moving in around 9 o'clock. But I knew I'd be done walking. So, yay, sunshine. Taste test all. Yeah, I've seen a video. I know I talk about different little shorts I see all the time because I'm on YouTube way too much. But there's a video where this girl's out celebrating her 21st birthday with her family, and they order her a shot, and she takes that shot like she's done thousands of them, and she slams it back down on the table, and then her whole family's just kind of staring at her like, you just turned 21 today. Why'd you do that like a pro? And she's like, ooh, oh, that's nasty. Like, I've never done that before. That was nasty. Oh, I'm never going to do that again. Never believe what the forecast tells you. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, I mean, they around here a 50% chance of rain. If they're calling for 50 or saying there's a 50% chance of rain, yeah, it ain't going to rain. It'll look like this. It'll kind of look like that all day long. But yeah, it ain't going to rain if it's only 50%. My my grandma's favorite saying back when you used to watch TV to get the weather report, um, about this one weatherman. She she used to say he can't get yesterday's weather right. Yeah, I imagine floods aren't very nice. I've I live in Texas. There was a town south of where I live that got flooded. Um, a spillway at a lake that they had north of town collapsed, and there was real heavy rain that caused it to collapse. So there was high water anyway, and spillway collapsed and it flooded the whole town. And I remember we went down as a group from the base. There was, I don't know, God, there were probably 40 or 50 school buses full of Air Force guys, Air Force people down there helping out. I didn't do much. I mean, I handed out like care packages and stuff for people. You're not going to celebrate Thanksgiving until Friday? Your cousin got flooded. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody else that comes in here. I can't remember the name that shows up on the channel. It's Roselle. He's from the Philippines, so they've been going through a lot over there with typhoons and earthquakes too over there in the Philippines. So uptown from you got flooded. Yeah. Yeah, I live in Ohio. I live about 50 miles north of Dayton, 50, 60 miles north of Dayton, or north of Cincinnati. And of course, the Ohio River has flooded many times down along the Ohio River. So, do have a little bit of experience with flooding, but not a whole lot. I probably won't do anything on Thanksgiving either, Lester, or on Friday. I might go out Friday and work a little bit, do some deliveries for Walmart. I can make some good money delivering some Black Friday stuff early. If you get out and do it, at least here, if you get out and do it like about 6 o'clock in the morning, you go out. I'd have to miss my walk if I did that. Um, but I could live stream from my deliveries. Um, but yeah, if you get out 6 o'clock in the morning and you start delivering all the big screen TVs, and I can fit them in my Jeep, um, you can make some decent money. But they get so backlogged with orders that you end up sitting for 2 or 3 hours waiting for an order to come out, and then it's not worth it. So, I mean, because you can get about oh usually, I mean, last year I did like they were all coming in like three deliveries, three TVs or four TVs, five TVs sometimes, but three deliveries, and you could make about $50 per delivery. So I could go out and do like three deliveries and make $150. So that wasn't too bad. But then in the afternoon, yeah, for a $40 delivery, sit and wait for 3 hours for it, it ain't worth it. So. Let's see. Which church? I do not go to a church. I am a faithful man. I'm not a religious man. Religions tend to. Anyway, I've had some problems with some churches. So, Sharon, hello. Good to see you this morning. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Walmart does not. I don't know how they pay their employees. I mean, I know a couple people that work at Walmart. One guy, I think he's like 21, 22 years old. He started out there, and how I know him is he used to bring the orders out when I was delivering for Walmart, and I met him through that. Now he's moved his way up. He's some sort of a manager. He's not the store manager, but he's some sort of a manager now, and I guess he's doing all right. I mean, I've never asked him what he makes, but he's single and young, so I know that not long ago, right after he got promoted to manager, he moved out of his parents' house. So, well, Hobo Hideaways is here. Yes, it's inked. Just some churches have kind of thrown me away from churches. Churches are run by men, and men, not just men, but men and women. Man can ruin religion and faithfulness. So, Hobo Hideaways is here. Good rising. Good to see you this morning, Hobo Hideaways. Sharon, I'm glad you're here. Looks like a few people are sharing some hellos to everybody this morning. And that's it for that cup of coffee. Well, thank you, Hobo. Blessings to you as well. It's starting to rain. I think I see raindrops. spirituality and religion are opposites? Yes. Yes. I've had a man of God, a priest, call my daughter a bastard child. So, I'm not going to get into the whole story, but yeah. So I asked that priest, I said, well, because it was all about me not getting married in the Catholic Church. And because of that, he said my daughter was a bastard child. So I asked that priest, and this was in the Air Force, and he was a major in the Air Force, and I was like a two-stripe airman. And so his rank should have scared me, but he had told me from the beginning, I'm a priest first, then I'm a major in the Air Force. I said, okay. So anyway, when he said that about my daughter, I asked him, I said, so, father, I said, what, and just that right there, calling a man father who's not my father, father, what religion is God? That pissed him off. So anyway, yeah, me and the Catholic Church haven't seen eye to eye for a while. I respect everybody's perspectives and perceptions and yeah, everybody, and go do your thing. I mean, if you believe in the Catholic Church, you believe in whatever church. I mean, go do your thing. Yes. Yeah, starting to get some snow. Not here. It's almost 70 degrees and raining here. You worship at home. Yes. I have pissed off a lot of churches. Yeah. Amen, Ducky. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong. Matter of fact, that's the way you should do it. I mean, that's the most important place to you here on this earth is home. And, yeah. You know, I've talked about this before. I get up in the morning and I've been doing this. Oh, man, it's really coming down now. Well, that's kind of surprising. I didn't think that was going to happen. I figured it would just be a little light rain off and on all day. Just enough to keep me from going out and working in the yard. Damn it. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I try to wake up every morning and one of my first thoughts is to be grateful and to show gratefulness for the things I have in my life. And I try to make sure that's my first thought in the morning. Rainy is on the way. Yes, rainy is here. All my animals are definitely going to heaven, and we have the weirdest home church. Oh, that would be a fun video, Ducky. Can't blame that one on the dog this time. You told it to rain? Yeah, she said she liked the rain, so it is here. Yeah, it looks like it's just, I mean, right now it's back down to just like a little gentle rain. Just enough to get everything good and wet. So I can't go out there and clean up all those leaves today. Doggone it. So disappointed now. Yeah, it's just a drizzle, gentle rain. Very relaxing, yes. I'll tell you what, last night I turned on the video from the live stream from the waterfalls. And yeah, that sound, I wish I could have turned my voice down and didn't have to listen to my voice and I could just listen to the sound of the waterfalls. You like listening to it on the roof? Yeah. You're living in an ice world right now? That's not good. That's worse than snow. Ice storms. When I lived in Texas, yeah, that's what we used to get was ice storms. Hardly ever got snow, but yeah, we get freezing rain a lot. It was definitely beautiful there. It was definitely beautiful. I I keep watching. I watch that part where I'm talking about having a cabin up on the hill across from the waterfalls, looking down at the waterfalls, and about how I'd never leave my porch. The end of my days of walking. I'd just sit there with a cup of coffee and a pack of cigarettes and just listen to that water all day. Go on, I don't know, cigarettes.com and order more cigarettes online to be delivered. Absolutely, I'd love it, man. I'd love it. But I want to travel more than that. I think. Um, I definitely. I mean, I want to go to more places like that and see more places like that. Water trickling in the streams. Yeah. I've never really looked into that very much as far as prospecting. It looks cool. I mean, I've watched, some videos about it and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. You definitely have to have, I would think you'd have to have some knowledge about where to look, first off. And definitely some patience, I would imagine. How realistic? I watched a series one time, and they were up in Alaska, and they were using like big, huge equipment and stuff, moving tons and tons of dirt. How realistic are those kinds of shows, you guys? Because I'm sure you've seen them. Knowledge of geology. Okay. Central Iowa. Originally from Southern California. Okay. Rainy's in the Chicago, around Chicago. So, oh, I think I'm gonna go in and get me another cup of coffee. Spent most of your youth in Mojave Desert, but I've been all over the West. Still don't know anybody. Nice waterfalls the other day. Yes, sir, Pop Tart. It was very nice. Welcome in to you. Good to see you this morning. We're having a decent little chat this morning. I've been back from my 2 mile walk now for, oh, I don't know, about a half an hour or so, maybe a little longer than that. It's been sitting around long enough for me to drink one cup of coffee, but it's time to get another cup of coffee. Set you up on my makeshift tripod. Is it warm enough? Oh yeah, I don't have to heat that up. Oh, there we go. Those shows are pretty accurate, but for the most part, it's just a show of what they find, not how long it took. Yeah, and I understand they're, basically a reality show, and they got to show all the drama, and a machine breaks, and it's like the end of that's going to end our season. Oh my God, we're not going to make any money at all, and that kind of stuff. It's the same. I mean, I watch a lot of the. I don't know if they're even around anymore, but there used to be shows about flipping houses, and these people they buy a house and start to get into it, and oh, I've got a budget of this and a budget of that, to do this budget, and it's like, oh my God, it's going to break the bank. We're not going to make any money at all on this house, and then in the end, they make $150,000 on the house. Typical stuff. I mean, nobody watch if there wasn't a bunch of drama in them. So if it was just some guy driving around in a great big piece of equipment, I mean, that'd be fun for a little bit, but yeah, just some guy showed some guy just driving a big piece of equipment, moving a boatload of dirt. That'd be fun for some people for a while, but you got to throw some drama in there too. So, any idea what I can't go live? Met all the criteria 2 days now. Maybe they changed it someday. Said try after 72 hours. If you got 50 subscribers, you should be able to go. I know when I first was eligible to go live, I went over my 50 subscribers. It took like 24 hours or something before I actually could. So it took a little bit before once I hit the subscriber count, and they said that, I know that like the stats that they show you on your views and stuff, those were all like 24 or like 3 or 4 days behind schedule. So it might take a little while before they even tell you that you're eligible. So yeah, I think I hit like 50 subscribers, and then I had to wait at least a day or two before YouTube even said I was eligible to go live. And then once they said I was live, they told me it could take like 24 to 48 hours before I could actually go live. So try from another device. Maybe your app is messing up. Delete it and reinstall it, and then log back in. Leo, hello, how are you? I'm doing very well. Sorry, you said hi again. I didn't even see you in here. Sorry about that. I was getting coffee. Maybe I missed your first comment. Sorry. Getting coffee, and yeah, probably missed some comments. But YouTube is acting real weird lately. You're like the main person who watches this guy's channel. Me? Leo? Leo Harry 2809. All right. Matthew, hello, good morning to you. Good to see you this morning. We are back from the walk. Been back for a while from my 2-mile walk, and just kind of chilling and chatting. Conversation's been going good. We're talking about all kinds of things, from McRibs being back to gold mining and gold prospecting. Get the tongue to work this morning. Put my false teeth in. I don't have false teeth. That's what my grandma used to do all the time. Every time she'd mess up a word, it's like, I put my teeth back in right. Thanks, Sharon. Did you watch my video on how I made them? Clean shave? Yeah, you're not going to see that. The only change that I may make is I may bring my beard back. I'll trim all this up, make it much shorter, and I'll just have a real close shaven beard. But before I started YouTube, that's how I wore my facial hair for a long time, just close shaven and fairly short. If it got too long, it looked horrible. My beard is an ugly beard, or I just don't know how to take care of it. I guess I don't know to make it look good. There's a video or a picture of me on my 60th birthday, and it was right in the middle of COVID, and I hadn't done anything, shaved, gotten a haircut or anything, and yeah, my beard, it looks horrible. I'm sitting there. In the picture is the last thing I ever posted to Facebook, and it is my 60th birthday, and the post just said "Cheers to 60 years," and I'm holding a bottle of wine, and I got this beard and this long hair. I look like I should be a wino sitting on the street corner somewhere. Yeah, Sharon, I got a whole video on how I made those flags. I made 4 of them at the same time, and they're all just slightly different. Yeah, Josh, I got those pictures. I did get those pictures. Tim Hortons Coffee and Pop-Tarts. You're up in Canada, Pop-Tarts, right? So ran out of creamer. Oh no. I went off on the shaving thing and hadn't read any comments since then. That's a good video. Thank you, Hobo. I've made a few other things out of those fence boards. I got a bunch of them. I mean, I had I don't know how many. They're all from my neighbor's fence that he built, and they were just cutting them up and they were throwing them in the back. They started throwing them in the back of the truck, and I went over and asked the contractor. I said, "What are you going to do with those?" And he said, "I'm going to haul them all to the dump." And it's like more than 2 feet of wood where they just cut off the top of a fence board. And I'm like, I've seen all kinds of people making stuff out of fence boards. So I was like, dude, let me have them. And I checked with the neighbor to see if he minded me taking them. And he said, well, I don't care. So actually I made them, my neighbor, Christmas gift out of their own fence boards. Just a little Christmas tree. All right, Hobo, we'll see you later. I'm trying to get caught up here real quick. You take care of yourself. Have a great day today, Hobo. Okay, you got more animals than that, Josh? All right. Luckily, you bought some coffee and cream yesterday. Only positive people there, Pop-Tart. Absolutely, you don't need negative people in your life. You are who you hang out with, or who you associate with, or you become who you associate with. Let's see, I go down there like every other day, but the last few days I haven't been able to get down there. They're all fed well. I feed them at a week in advance. Oh, okay. It's good, Pop-Tart. Just ignore the hateful people. And you're welcome here. The channel, yeah, we are very positive, absolutely. Why is it every time I click on a held for review message, it always says that another moderator's handled it before me? But anyway, I was going to recommend some marshmallows if you ran out of creamer, Lester. Copy. You're getting with the program there. It does that to you too? Yeah. and I don't even know if the message is showing. I was going to, I mean, it saw the word pot in there, I think, and that's why it's trying to block it. It just keep telling me that another moderator is handling. Maybe someone else hit it, and I'm trying to show it, and Guppy has learned who you are, Lester. Yeah, it is raining here. Um, it's nice to. It is good to write and read, but I don't know what I have to write. That's fine, Unkim. What you just wrote looks great to me. Unkim, you are in Korea, I believe. You can just pop in every once in a while, tell us what the weather's like in Korea, or I don't know what you're having for dinner that night. Do you eat kimchi? Unkim, I'm sure you do. Sunny and beautiful in Ottawa. Cold though. You think that might be why your other account's not working on here? I don't know, Lester. I went through. I discovered that there was a whole bunch of people blocked on my account the other day, so I went through and unblocked a whole bunch of people. I don't remember seeing your name on there. What's the name on your other? Is it Lester? Something else, Lester? I think. I think I've seen your accounts. Maybe I'm just not familiar with the name on your other account, and it got blocked too. Yeah, I did unhide. I unblocked a whole bunch of people. So Lester's in Vermont, Pop Tart, so he's a little bit cold too. Nice and warm here. Now it seems like it's getting lighter out, like the rain's going to stay away. -4. Oh, you're in the UK. You're going with that Celsius stuff, right, Sharon? I think you're in the UK. Been to New Hampshire and Vermont. I've never been up to either one of those two states. -7 Celsius in Ottawa. Ooh, that sounds cold. Anything negative sounds cold. What is that? That's around 20 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm guessing. The only thing I know about the conversion, I know that 0 Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's not like, anyway, it's not a good scale or easy to calculate scale from there. But I know that 0 Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Lester 5980. And if I would have seen that, Lester, as being one of those blocked accounts, I would have definitely unblocked it. Yeah, the old metric system. Been trying to get us ignorant Americans on that system for a long time. Yeah. Hell, if you couldn't get us to pay a tax on tea, how are you going to get us to convert to a completely different metric and numerical system? way back, way back when we got pissed off when you tried to tax us for tea. So why do you think you're going to convert us over to a metric system, huh? Almost 250 years ago. That's pretty amazing. But then when you think about how long countries in Europe and other countries, the Middle East and stuff, how long those countries have been around, yeah, it's nothing. 364 grew up with the old system, still can't figure out weights and temps. Yeah, like I said, my best attempt at doing it is just figuring out that 0 and 32 are the same. That's the only thing I know for sure. I just kind of guess from there. When someone says it's -7, I'm guessing it's around 20 degrees, somewhere in the 20s maybe. Kilos and grams. Last time I was worried about grams and kilos and pounds and ounces and all that kind of stuff was long, long time ago. Seven grams of the never mind. 28 grams in an ounce. Sun's starting to come out for you, Lester. That's good. Any more thoughts about doing a Canadian flag? I mean, if I was close to Canada, I might do it. Or if someone requested one and it paid me enough, I might do it. But I don't really have any reason to do it. I mean, if I made a Canadian flag and tried to sell it or anything like that, I mean, I don't really have a reason to make one. So, how much for you to do one for a Christmas gift? Dude, by the time I shipped it to you, I mean, the shipping probably be more than me making it. Probably wouldn't take much to make one. Especially if I just stenciled the maple leaf on. Now, if you got into me actually cutting the maple leaf out and all that, that might be a little bit more complicated. Or it definitely would be more complicated. I don't have a good way of cutting detail like that. Yeah, shipping would cost a fortune. If I had a little, scroll saw. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Um, if I had like a tabletop scroll saw, and then even then, I don't know how. I've never done that. Short of, excuse me, playing with one when I was in high school, in wood shop in high school. I used one of those little scroll saws. I'm sure there's people out there that do it and probably carve them out and everything. Probably look amazing. It'd be kind of cool if you could, because basically it'd just be three big wide pieces of wood, stain them the different colors, and if you could, if I was going to do it, if I was in Canada and I thought about this, and I guess obviously I have thought about it, but it'd be cool, that center piece, and go ahead with a scroll saw and cut out the maple leaf, and then just use, cut it a little bit, use a little bit wider saw blade so the saw kerf is a little bit bigger, and then put it back in place and then put like a LED light behind it. That'd be badass. Could be a part-time venture. Yeah. I can't make enough money making and selling those here in the States. There's too many people that do it, and so that drives the price down. I've looked at other things to do, woodworking projects to do, and there are some that you can make some decent money on. I've looked at doing like some furniture, and like the outdoor furniture with the cushions and stuff. and you can make some money on that because that stuff's expensive anyway. Sell it locally. You're not going to ship that stuff, but sell locally. There's definitely some profit in that. I send Canadian goodies boxes to my American friends. People say I should do a business of Canadian maple syrup and other rich Canadian milk chocolates. There are already some online. Yeah. And see, that's what I've run into. Some of the things, there's a lot of people who use those fence boards and they make planters out of them. But right here in this area where I'm at, I researched it to look, and first off, they're not. There's some that you can make that are real easy to make, but they're not very sturdy. If you make a quality one that's going to hold up for at least 4 or 5 seasons of putting plants in them, they take a long time to make, and they only sell, I mean, like for maybe $50 for a pair of them. And it could take you like 6 to 8 hours to make a pair of them. So it ain't worth it. Shipping is allowed under $100 as long as it is a gift from Canada to individuals, not businesses, under current tariffs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to, long time, a while back, I worked in a manufacturing company, and they manufactured steering wheels and gear shift knobs out of the foam. And we used to ship, our main company that we shipped to was in, and so kind of dealt with all that kind of stuff. And, I don't know if we had tariffs then, but the fees and everything that we had to deal with that, shipping back and forth to Canada. Okay. Ketchup potato chips. I've had those before. They're not bad. I like the dill pickle potato chips. Walmart has at least down here, they have a queso flavored potato chip that I like too. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. We've been over an hour and a half live streaming. I need to probably try to get something done today. At least get my video up from the waterfalls. Like I said, there's a interesting part toward the very end. I went back after my live stream the other day. I went back and walked more of the trail, and I was taking chances, and I about bit the big one. I did not fall, but I about bit the big one. So, and then I got kind of lost and ended up on a very long hike after that. So, yeah, it's kind of funny now that I look back at it, and the fact that I didn't get hurt. I landed on my good leg, and yeah, I did not get hurt. So, but anyway, I put the pieces of the video together yesterday, and I just got to do a little bit more editing to it, and do the voiceover and stuff like that. So I may try to get that up. It'll probably, if I do get it done today, it'll probably be tomorrow before I post it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool video. It'll end up being a pretty cool video. So, lost your Wi-Fi? Oh no, Lester. Well, I'm getting ready to sign off anyway. So, Sharon, thanks for coming in. Ducky, appreciate you being here today. Lester, everybody was here. I don't want to start naming names because I'll forget a bunch of people. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Sharon, Guppy, thanks for coming by. You take care as well. God bless you all. I appreciate every one of you being here this morning. You guys are amazing to me. You're the reason I do this. So we will see you all around. Peace.